Hello everyone. It's about time I was gonna do a soul-crushing commentary, eh? Yeah, you know what tower we're doing. I'm literally standing right in front of it. Let's not hesitate. I'll give you the name. Ah, yes. Tower of difficulty chart. I don't like how they just cursor in front of this showcase, but I don't care. I don't know how to do actual good ones. A very common first SC, actually, and it is, I see why. This tower is fairly easy in its first half, but the last 3 floors will be sure to give you a punch. This is a tower located in rank 2. It is like, low insane, I'd say. Low mid, maybe. Actually, nah, it's low. It's just low insane. And this is one tough tower. On average, I would say it would take people around 10 minutes to beat this, surprisingly. This is a fairly short tower. 10 to 15 minutes with no fails. And, yeah. This tower packs a lot and is a very tough tower overall. But I'd say, I think you can conquer it. But let's see. Yeah, go to the actual commentary now. Okay, thanks. Alrighty. Let's get into this hell, shall we? Good old difficulty chart. I want to clarify, I'll be showing you how to obliterate the beginning floors with skips, with the dev skips. I won't be actually going over the floors themselves, as in, these are the floors you should not be needing a guide for, so I'll just show you the skips. Anyways, the first little skip for floor 1, which skips a majority of half of floor 1, is that little ladder skip. First skip for floor 2, right next to it. Little transparent parts right there. Nothing much for me to explain for those jumps other than do the jumps. Should be fairly easy. Anyways, now we're gonna come up onto our next skip, which will get us to the hard difficulty. Little head hitters like that, boop, boop, boop. You get a little transparent stud right there, jump over here, and then boom, you are fine. They're pretty easy to blaze through these floors when you have skips, and the only reason I'm going to blaze through these floors with the skips and not show you the actual route is because, well, we're in soul-crushing territory, my friend. You should not need a guide for these floors. If you do, then maybe it's not time for you to do your SC yet. Anyways, jumping on that little one stud there, little transparent area, not a little skip right there, it's a little conveyor that'll bring you to a truss. And now, I'm bad at the game. Anyways, those are the skips for the first 3 floors. From here on out, there's actually no more skips. So, yeah. Not really, there's only like 3 floors I won't fully commentate over. Anyways, we got some pretty easy jumps. This is only the difficult floor, so it's not going to be too challenging for us. Yeah, that was the pun. That was an awful pun. That was an awful joke. Anyways, for this one, it's a little X pushers. You wait for it to go down, and then shoot you up here. You don't actually need to go on the second one. You could just shoot up and go straight forward. That might be easier for you than doing 2 of them in a row. I have no idea what's happening with that platform. But do whatever floats your boat. Need some pretty easy wraparounds to set yourself up on and whatnot. Pretty easy. And now we are here, a little transparent area. It's meant to be like a shadow section thing, but it's not really a shadow section. You don't have to rely on the shadows at all. Some easy transparent gameplay, nothing too bad. A little kill brick to a tightrope can be somewhat dangerous, I guess. And now we got stickouts. Wow. Very insane. Kill brick stuff, be quick on it, and do wrap around, and welcome to your safety net. Make sure you don't fall in this hole, because you will fall. But welcome to the intense area. Yeah, I know, quite pretty. I'll show you a skip for the intense area. Dude, that person's trying to do a skip. I'll show you that skip a bit later, but for now we're gonna do the normal route. Anyways, here we just do some basic flicks, jump on the funny kill bricks. You don't actually, you can jump on the one stud poles too, but I like to jump. Keep in mind all these are rope platforms, especially this one, so be careful on it. Although when you do fall, this is a layered kill brick, so you're gonna need to be careful. Try to get yourself to the safety spot as quick as possible. Alright, jumping on some kill bricks over here, going into first person, jumping over the kill bricks, and I'm going to show you a little skip. If you don't want like that in section at all, you could just jump down here and do a little high flick like that, high jump like that. A little wall boost or whatever it's called. You can do that to skip that whole section if you don't want to do it. Pretty simple and whatnot. Alright, he's doing some funny wraparounds. Pretty funny, honestly. A little book clip. Book clips are the most annoying glitch to do, I'm gonna tell you that. And getting just owned by a rope platform because I'm bad. I'm just bad. I'm bad. You're not bad, but I am bad. Anyways, I'm literally not gonna cut. Why? Because I'm literally at the book clip right before the thing. Okay, maybe I actually will cut it. Oh, never mind. I won't cut. It's just doing a little head here like that. This is a rope platform. Both of them are. They're attached to the same thing, so be careful with that. Anyways, these next two platforms are tilting platforms, so try to stay in the center for these so they don't spin too much. Otherwise, it'll kind of make your life a bit painful. See, both of them tilt. And whatnot. Anyways, this X pusher is connected to this platform, so you push this over here, jump on the platform here, and jump up here before the X pusher goes all the way back. Anyways, going through a little book up right here. Boom, pretty simple. I don't go for this bottom platform. Go for the top one. I find that way easier than trying to jump on the bottom. It's just more convenient too. And for this one, jump to a little swinging platform to over here. Make sure you get the swinging platform to an angle to where you can actually make these jumps. Pretty simple jumps, and they're not too unforgiving at all. Anyways, welcome to the Remorseless floor. Welcome to a dance clip jump. The second you do the dance, why can't I dance? The second, please let me dance. The second you do the dance clip, immediately jump and then move to the little flip. This is a thing that you're probably gonna need to practice if you don't actually know how to do. This one is just more of a practice will make perfect. Once you practice that jump enough, you'll get it down eventually. Anyways, to get some conveyor gameplay, yay! I hope you're good at conveyor gameplay, because the next floor will utilize conveyors a lot. Anyways, this kill brick spinner right here is can collide true, so you're gonna want to avoid it at all costs while on this moving platform, because it will knock you off, and you will cry. Anyways, pushing this X pusher over here. And oops, yeah, that sucked. That really sucked. Okay, all right, let's try this again. Let's push it right here. Make sure you're kind of sticking out majorly and jump a bit late, kind of late. Just make sure half of your avatar is sticking out, but be careful while doing that because it's really easy to walk off and whatnot. Anyways, now we jump down here. All I have to say is watch what I'm doing with my camera, because this is I purely use camera while holding W. All I'm doing for that section is just turning my camera the opposite direction of the conveyor while holding W. That is all I do, and that has been the most consistent strategy I have found. Just straight up hold W and turn your camera to the opposite direction of the conveyor. Anyways, welcome to a little easy outside section. It's not too bad. Got a little seesaw platform you gotta do to make sure you get enough elevation to jump up here, and a little conveyor wrap around. That's actually pretty easy and forgiving too, because you get a little ladder. Anyways, welcome to the corner clip. Please hope that you don't get owned by a corner clip, because I've had a moment to where I just got completely denied and flung off. Oh, by the way, that outside is unnetted. Anyways, conveyor jumps pretty simple, nothing too hard. Well, two studs tick out to the left. Not much for me to explain. And now this one, you could do this while I go walk around, but I choose not to. I choose to jump like this and then go into like face the stud forward to get a climbing animation. Because the reason I don't do a walk around is because I suck at doing a walk around when there's only one stud, because I'll walk off. Anyways, this one, yeah, I recommend to do a walk around. Do a walk around. It's way easier to do a walk around than to jump, because you're gonna hit your head, and it might not end well for you. Let's do some ladder flicks. Boop boop. And these are falling platforms. Doop doop. And welcome to the hardest floor in my opinion. I know it's not terrifying. No, it's this section. I hate conveyor gameplay. Welcome to conveyor gameplay.exe, aka hold spacebar.exe. That's really the section. This really requires some timing and whatnot, and is a section that I recommend you practice, because there's not much for me to explain here, because mainly it's more trial and error. You have to learn this section to understand it mainly. For this section, all I can really say is you jump on the conveyor belt, use the conveyor belt's momentum to shoot you over here. There's a kill brick on this, so don't linger around here too long. Conveyor yourself over here, and then conveyor momentum over here. Like I said, that's really all I can explain. I guess I could say jump a bit late for those jumps, because they can actually be kind of far. Anyways, once you get past that section, you got a little wrap around here. Little kill brick section. Make sure you go quick on that section, because there's a lot of kill bricks there. It will delete your health. And now once you do this wrap around, be prepared. Watch out for this moving platform, spinning platform. My god. Okay, let me explain that section. Once you do the wrap around, you have this little spinning thing right there that will hit you off. You gotta be careful of that. Do a little kind of mini wrap around it. Then conveyors. For these conveyors, stay to the left side of the conveyor, because if you're towards the right or the middle, you will get hit off. So stay towards the left side of the conveyor. And so welcome to the extreme side. This jump I like to go in the first person and kind of be like, I kind of hold my keys like a walk around and whatnot, but yeah, all I can say is try to mimic what I did, but I kind of hold them like a walk around. Anyways, I set myself up to get towards the edge of this jump wall, and then jump over here. Keep in mind this does have a ladder, so it's not as bad as a jump as it seems. Anyways, jumping over here, got a little ladder gameplay, and then I completely mess up my ladder gameplay, dang. I'm now depressed. Okay, trust game. This time, turn around on the trust. Whoa! Oh my god, I did it. Anyways, once you turn around and trust, make sure you line yourself up with this trust. Press spacebar. I like to do this in like a glowing thing and first person. So for me, I press spacebar, immediately go to first person. Or maybe for you, it's immediately activate shift lock. Anyways, this jump, got a little roof above you. I don't know if you can actually hit your head, but I like to play the safe game. So I go down a bit, just to about like this point. Not too much. I go down a bit, turn myself around, jump, and go into first person like that, so I'm able to climb onto the ladder. Yet again, that's how I do it for first person ways. Maybe you just might activate shift lock. But I do recommend climbing down the ladder just a tiny bit, because I find that the most consistent way. Anyways, for this part, get towards the edge of the ladder over here, and then flick forwards like this. Because you're going to have to hug the wall for this. This is not a ladder, this is a small little platform. So make sure you hug the wall for that one. And whatnot. Anyways, for this jump, also set yourself up to kind of around like here. Because you're going to have a little scary jump. A little scary route to the left. Not that bad once you learn the strategy for it, but it can be kind of scary. And for this one, this is a ledge grab. So once we grab the ledge right here, walk down a bit so you can't hit your head on that. Line yourself up with the ladder, jump, and boom. There you go. Anyways, for this, climb around the ladder to this side, and then once you're here, flick off there. Or you could be a mad lad and just flick around like that, but I prefer to climb to there, and that's what I would definitely recommend over anything. Anyways, congratulations, you passed the personal hardest part. Anyways, conveyor jump down to the left side because you have more leverage compared to the right side, so whatnot. So once you jump over here, go over here, climb to the ladder. Make sure you're on the bit of the edge of the ladder, like the last two studs, or maybe towards here. Because this ladder, it has a little thing right here, so yeah. Oh, there's a person here. Let me just fix that. There's no longer a person here. Anyways, conveyor jumps and whatnot. Conveyor jump over here, boop. Be quick on that since it gets a kill brick right there, whatnot. Make sure you're sticking out so you don't hit your head right there. And now you got this little section, little slanted half stud wraparound. And now you got this moving platform. This moving platform, you avoided the same like the first one, except now you jump on it, jump over here, take a lot of kill brick damage, and welcome to what most people consider the hardest floor. Turn down the audio a bit since this song's a bit loud. It's a good song though. Anyways, starting off, we got a little ladder flick. A little jump to the ladder, so you instead of normally doing a stick out like you normally, you can do like kind of like stick out and turn and then face forward so you climb on truss. That's the way I do it. Pretty much mimic what I did if I whatnot. Anyways, I like to climb down a bit just to play the safe game. Jump over here to this little cubic spinner, and then boom, turn. Make sure you have a lot of health for that, because if you have a lot of health, analyze your jump and don't rush it. Just make sure you're not too slow though, since you very well can die. Anyways, now we climb up to the truss too. I would say around here, because if you climb too far up, you will hit your head, and if you climb too far down, you won't be able to make a jump. So around here, I would say, line yourself up with a jump, truss, jump, first person, and then. I think you can go a bit higher than what I did, but I would recommend just around the general area I was. Anyways, once you're on this truss, not much overthinking. Got the truss here, and then here. Go around to here, and instead of going the first person, I like to shift block to the side like that. Just my thing. Anyway, set yourself up like this, and then kind of do a little turn wrap, kind of like the first little stick out. Except, yeah, you're gonna need a bit more timing. It's a bit different, but kind of the same. Anyways, for this ladder, I like to flick down to down, flick my way around like I did. But your end game goal is to jump down here, hug the wall for this section, because you're on half stud gameplay, so it's really easy to walk out. And just make sure you kind of set yourself up like this for this jumps. Anyways, this one is pretty much the exact same as that jump. Maybe like a slightly bigger stick out. It's a bit harder. Kind of think of it like a buff version of that jump, slightly. Anyways, do a little wrap around. And this one, we're going to go to a conveyor. Your goal is to get there. So the second you're on that conveyor, start jumping. Ooh. Make sure you get yourself here. Because the reason you want to get here, you want to set yourself up here. And now you can use the conveyor momentum to your advantage to make the jump over here. Jump a bit late for that. Anyways, now we got a lodge. So the second you're at your peak height jump in here, that is your cue to turn. So peak height, boom, turn, and then just hold W, and you will be fine. Anyways, we're jumping to the truss over here. Get lower down here. Make sure you get lower because you can very well hit yourself head right there. Not too low though, because you don't want to accidentally miss this platform. Maybe go a bit higher than what I was, because I kind of barely made it. Anyways, this is a ledge grab. Yep, a ledge grab. Do a little ledge grab right here. Go down just a bit. Spacebar, and welcome. Actually, wait, no. You got a little one stud wrap around raised by like 2. Keep in mind it's half stud. And welcome to what people consider the hardest part. My recommendation, jump to the corner of the truss like this. Make sure you have yourself lined up here. Boom, spacebar here. And take your time, boom, go to here. That is my recommendation for that, is to just jump to the corner there, jump here, kind of ignore the spinner, but don't fully ignore the spinner because you can die, and then jump to here. Now for this, you need to be careful when getting off this. If you can ladder flick around it, do it, because doing this strategy can be risky. Once you're around the corner, I'd say start wiggling a bit, and then hopefully you'll end up on this side, do a little truss wrap. All you need to do now is remain calm. Do some simple wraparounds. Don't overanalyze anything. Welcome to another hard section. This is a conveyor to conveyor jump. You jump to this conveyor to that conveyor, and from that conveyor you jump to that truss. I know it sounds great, sounds hard, but it's harder than it looks. So we just jump here, do, and whenever you feel comfortable, is your cue to go. Jump over here and here. This section, I hope you know how to flick, because you're gonna flick off to here. This one, just go like that, wiggle a bit, jump up, wrap around, and welcome to the final floor. This is it, folks. You have done the hardest floor in my opinion, and in the majority of the community's opinion. So you've already conquered the hardest stuff. All you need to do now is breathe, because I know if this is the first SC, you may be nervous. But just breathe, because you've already done the hardest stuff. And so what if you fall? You can definitely make it back. If you made it here once, you can make it here again. But let's try not to fall, shall we? Especially me, since I have short temper. Anyways, these are little small studs. Make sure you line yourself up. Use alignment keys if you need to. Line yourself up. I like to face my way like this, and well, just jump on the little studs. Recommend you do have a bit of freehand practice with thin studs, because those studs are, it's kind of annoying to figure out how they work. But anyways, do a little ladder right here, flick over to here, do a little wrap around. Oh my god. Maybe jump a bit later than I did, because I barely made that bruh moment. Anyways, just doing some simple wraps. Another simple wrap around. Now we got this wrap around onto a little kill brick. Once you get around here, aim yourself up and wrap around. Keep in mind, you don't want to take too long to do these jumps because you are on a kill brick. But luckily the kill brick did not do damage to me while I was standing still. But that may not be the case for you. Just be careful. And he's got a little 2-stud gap, so don't overanalyze anything. And this, you got a little falling platforms. That little is a half stud. So these two are falling platforms. Do a little turn with your camera and you'll be fine. Half stud to here. And anyways, tightrope gameplay, so please go in the first person and use the left side of the cursor to your advantage. And no, you cannot use alignment keys for this tightrope, so just be careful. Take your time like I am. Tap W. You'll be fine. If you think you need to readjust, readjust. All you need to do is just keep your calm. Now welcome to the shover section. Keep in mind, sometimes these shovers can desync. That happened on my winning run before and almost cost me it. Anyways, once these shovers go, you go. Start tapping W once you're in between them. WWW. WWW. This one, you immediately jump to the last stud once you get to the very edge. Once you're here, you got a little ladder flick head. You got a little half stud head hitter right there, so be careful. You don't want to screw this up. You're so close. Don't give up and don't. Don't give up now and don't. Oh my god. Just don't be nervous, okay? I'm trying to be motivational because I know this can be a lot of people's first SDs. Anyways, once you're here, I like to flick over to here and then jump over here. That is the strategy I use. I know a lot of people tend to flick to there, but I find that personally harder. And now, we are on this section. This section can look scary. In fact, it is scary. But this is my tactic. Once this passes for the lower truss, I like to do here, flick over to here, and then keep in mind, you will collide with the walls. Stay towards this side of the truss, and you'll be fine. Because you don't want to accidentally get hit by the wall. Anyways, just kind of... I'm almost messed up. Kind of just stay calm, and then here, flick over to here. Once you do that, jump over to here. Up here, do a header there, die header, little ladder flick there, whatnot. Jump to the truss down here. Bum, 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 bum. One last little half stud, little ladder flick head hitter, gaming jumps, and the final tightrope. Calm, remain calm. Take your time, because you most certainly can't use alignment keys here. Left side of the cursor on the tightrope at all times. Now, you're at the final jump. Set yourself up. And then, boom! You have beaten Tower of Difficulty chart. Congratulations on doing Funi TODC. Yeah, it's quite the tower. I've rebeaten this tower way too many times and doing failed commentaries. And I'm done of revamping my commentaries. This is the final thing. Fun fact with this tower, I've done 5 separate commentaries on this, and I didn't like either of them. 3 of them, the audio was broken. 2 of them, I just didn't like it. So this is what you're getting now, even if this commentary is bad in my eyes. I want to upload it and not play this tower. I actually kind of like this tower a bit, but, yeah, congrats on doing your first soul crushing. Or maybe it's not your first soul crushing, but congrats on beating TODC. I hope this commentary was helpful in at least the slightest way, and I hope you found some new strategies with my guide that made this tower a bit easier. But without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.